Hi guys, good evening. Today is a Semla dog. Semla is a Swedish fika. It's actually made of this really fatty bread, which is what people usually eat during the fasting month. So Sante, you already found the Semla, right? No, darling, you're not allowed to come here. So guys, welcome to my live streaming. So I have made 130 of Semla for the past few days, and today is the actual day. So I have 3 extra that I had at my job, so I brought it home. And Swante seems to be really interested, right? Swante, Mama give you a bit of cream, okay? You see? No, you can't. You cannot eat here, darling. Go down. Go down. No, baby. Calm down. Mama give you a little bit, all right? You can have a little bit only. Now. Now, Sante has a bit of Semla. Okay? So usually, this is the very traditional food that we eat during this kind of this time of the year after the fasting. So usually the kind of food involved in this season is very fattening. So they eat things like today we have me and LG. You saw in our video we made about 20 liters of the brown beans, right? No, the brown beans. So everything was gone, so I was really happy, and we made about almost 7,000 crown today. So it was really good, and enjoying this. Sante, are you enjoying this? So guys, welcome to my channel. So I thought I'm gonna make some fika now, and Swante obviously enjoy what he's eating now. So I'm going to make myself a tea, and I'm gonna put this fika into my bowl. Right, Swante, you got your share. Okay, now this is mine. Traditionally, we eat this. Do you like it? Do you like it? Yeah, you like it. But you have to go down. Traditionally, we eat this with warm milk. So I have bought some warm milk today. I bought too much milk. So at the end, we have to bring home some because we cannot return the milk. So this is my Semla, and I was really happy today because everybody loved my Semla. And my boss asked me, how did you make them? How did you make them so soft? I didn't use a Swedish recipe. In fact, I used my Asian recipe. So I think most importantly, it has to be soft, right? So I'm going to share this recipe with you guys later on when I have more time. So this is how it looks like. You can buy them at the cafe, which costs about 25 crown, $2.50 for 2 if it's an American dollar. Singapore dollars is about $5 you can buy, so about $2.50 each. But I'm selling at $6 per Semla, and I was surprised there was quite a lot of people who wants to buy my Semla today. And even though I sell them, you know, ridiculously expensive, which I really felt bad, but because if we don't sell it more expensive, then the Semla is going to be gone for sure. Someday you can have this. So I'm going to make a tea together with this, and I'm going to eat the Semla with this. So let's start making tea. So I'm going to make this, what do you call it, Greek tea. I wanted to go live streaming today at my job, but because I was so busy, there was so much to do, so I didn't have the time to do that. But I'm going to show you how I make this tea, which will help me to relax. I haven't been sleeping so well the past few days. So you need to start off by boiling water. And I'll see if I have some water here. So I'm going to boil some water. So usually the tea, you need to wash them. This is the mountain, I don't know, mountain flowers, they call that in Greece. So this is how it looks like, and this is kind of powerful. It's very strong. I actually bought this when we were in Greece 2 years ago, and sometimes I like to just drink it in the evening. So this is how it looks like. You can find them in the mountain top. So let me just put this into some hot water, some water. To wash it first. Welcome. So I'm just, I think I'll make some for LG too, because he's at the gym and I am really thirsty. So tea is the best refreshing tea. So I'm going to wash this in the water. Let me just wash this in the water. I don't want to wash too much because it doesn't really seem to get wet at all. So I'm going to pour this in here and let this boil. Oops, it's boiling too much, and you don't want to boil them under too high a temperature. So I'm going to reduce this, and I'm just going to simmer this for a while. I'm going to bend this so you can see. Let me just get a wooden spoon. It smells so good, this tea. So you want to steep this for at least 5 minutes before you drink them. So usually what I do is that I will pour them into a glass like this one. I don't know what you call this. This is like a teapot. So usually I like to pour them in the teapot. And then I will steep them for a while. I'm going to add more water. A little bit more water. See, the color is changing, a little bit yellowish. They say that it is good to drink this with honey, but I usually don't like to mix honey in when it is hot. So I usually wait for it to cool down until when it's about 25 degrees, which will take a longer time. Sometimes I don't have patience. I just add cold water so that, you know, it will cool down faster, and then I add the honey. So now I'm going to just pour this over. Wait for it to boil. So let's see. Okay. This tea smells amazing. It's so refreshing. I think it's pretty relaxing. Let me just off this. So when it comes to a boil, you have to pour them into the teapot. So I'm just gonna pour them here. So you want to steep them for a while. Okay, I'm just going to quickly wash my pot because I want to heat up some milk in here. And let me just bring my milk, alright? So you can see. Oh, okay. I have to go and get some milk from the tap. Let me show you what I mean from the tap. Okay, I borrowed this. We got a lot of milk left over, but LG didn't want to throw it out. So I bring home. This is actually from my job, so I borrow it home. So we get the milk from the tap. Oh God, it's dripping. Let me see if I can get a bowl so that it will not drip on in the refrigerator. Let's hope it stopped dripping. And then it's very good. There is a lock. So this is really extremely good if you have like juice you make. And I think this is about 5 liters. So you can make a yogurt with this too if you want. But then yogurt you cannot use the tap. We're going to consider buying this from the supermarket because this is available. And it's very good if you have a small party. Instead of running up and down, you can pour all your drinks into that. So I'm going to warm up the milk. And I'm going to eat the semla with this. So traditionally the milk is supposed to be warm when you eat the semla. So we want to make sure that it is not too hot. So I've eaten one this year. So this is my second one. So this is what we do for the Fat Tuesday. And I would like for you to try it someday if you have the chance. I'm going to include my recipes into the description because I have made a video on this earlier on. And I hope you can try it out and tell me what you think. So I'm going to enjoy my tea with you guys. Let me get my teacups. So I'm going to pour my tea here. So this is how my Greek tea look like. I have a seal and my Semla, and I'm gonna wait for my milk to come up to not boiling but just warm, and we're gonna have this. I really like these tea cups because there is a cover. Oh, I make my ginger water with this. It comes with a cover. It's very thick, and then I always like to do like this. I remove the seal and then I put it here, and then I just drink them like this. Of course you can put some honey. So let me just bring this to my table. LG is in the gym, so I will be doing this live streaming myself. I think the milk was ready, so this will follow. Yep. Okay, now before the milk start to boil, I'm going to turn off this. And what we do usually is, you never seen this, I bet you never seen this. It's only in Sweden they eat it this way. Hot, warm milk, hot, not, some people prefer hot, but I prefer warm milk. We just pour them to the side of the bowl, and then it becomes like a pool of goodness. I bet some of you guys probably think, oh my God, what is she doing? Right? So I'm going to have my fika myself, and you guys can join me. LG is in the gym, probably training. I'm going to see if I can flip the camera so that I can see you guys at the same time when I'm fikaing. I'm fikaing. So I'm going to show you how we eat this. Traditionally, the Swedes like to drink coffee with this. So, but for me, I'm not. It's quite late. It's about 8 o'clock soon in the evening. So I'm not going to try and drink coffee because, guys, I have been sleepless for the past 3 nights. And it's terrible because I was worrying about this event. And what was I thinking, right? Because in fact last year I had I make a big mistakes on my event. I have burned all the food that I was supposed to sell. So I almost lost my job because of that. So I was very worried. So I was hoping that this will turn out well, because we have to make like 20 liters of bean, and I have to fry like 15 kilo of bacons, and then I have to make 135, or rather 140, I think, pieces of semla. So, and then, you know, we have to prepare all the fillings, and I did everything myself. So cheers to the achievement. I think I should give myself a pat on my shoulder because today I almost cried because so many of the people who have tasted my Semla, they came up to me and they said, you know, Esty, you're not a Swedish, but your Semla is top class, top notch. So I felt really, you know, embarrassed because this is actually my 4th time making Semla. But this time I do it really well. I do it even better than the Swede, according to some of them. So cheers. And I'm going to tell you why I felt like I wanted to cry, because I have not slept enough. So I am more emotional when people tell me nice, especially nice things. So it was kind of emotion for me because I felt like all my hard work for these few days is all paid off. So the milk is a bit warm. So what we do is we use a spoon. We eat it with a spoon. I know you guys may be thinking, oh my God, the bread will be soggy, right? Exactly. This was what I thought too. How could it be nice, right? In my thoughts, I was thinking this sweet must be crazy. But I think you really have to try it yourself, yeah, before you judge, because I have the same opinion too, because who would eat? Only old people would eat that. Exactly. So and then I noticed that during the past, I really hate it when people keep eating Semla in front of me with the milk. I felt very, how to say, very annoyed, you know. Why do people do that? And then now I'm doing this in front of you. I wouldn't say that I am so thrilled, but I'm beginning to accept and feel like, hey, actually it's quite nice, you know. And you really have to try to understand it. There is 2 layers. Actually, it's one big bun. So I cut off the top part and I kept the front of we call it the top. And then I make almond paste in between the bread, and then I top it up with some cream. Traditionally, this day is called White Tuesday in the old time, because white bread is considered as an exclusive, it's like a privileged food. Because during the old time, white flour is very expensive. It's costs a lot of money, and all the old people, all the poor people, they cannot afford white flour. So they only eat this on the Fat Tuesday, which is today, 5th of March, and they celebrate the Lenten fasting. So the Christian, they fast during this time, and today is the last day. So they will celebrate this day with things like that will help them to put back weight, you know, because they've been fasting like, I don't know how many days, 40 or 30 days. So if people are supposed to be slim, you know, I'm not that slim. I'm quite round, and eating this, you know, it's not something because we didn't fast. I'm not a Christian. So I try to keep to the minimum. Actually, you can eat like 5 of this in a day, but not me. So this is how you eat them, with the warm milk. But nowadays, you see the milk got sucked in. I'm going to pour some more milk. And I'm going to keep the other one for LG, so that he can enjoy this too when he comes home. So guys, if you have any questions regarding the very strange Swedish tradition, or just curious, how does it taste like? You know, I'm really bad with my words in terms of description. So I hope you understand me. And I think the best part of this is actually the cream and the almond paste. Slightly sweet, not too sweet. That's why I like it. If it's too sweet, I wouldn't eat it because I'm quite allergic to sweet. When I eat sweet, I have a lot of problem with my skin, and I have pimples, and then you got these pimples popping up on my face. So maybe I'm allergic to sugar. I will be doing a Q&A soon. To answer all the questions. I'm going to put out like the thumbnail later on my YouTube community page, so that you could send me a questions, things like you want to ask me. Maybe it could be just me, it can be just both of us. So I have a few questions that I find is very interesting, and I'm going to pick some questions, and I welcome all kinds of questions. We'll try to answer them on a live stream. And the worst thing is that, not the worst thing, sometimes, you know, I just like to just eat the almond paste, which is so delicious. When I'm full, I do that. I know it's really bad. And then I'm going to leave like the rest because I'm quite full. See, it's quite sloggy. And during the old time, because Swedish people are very poor, most of them are working in a farm. So white flour is something very precious. And then milk also. They like to put milk in most of the things, I noticed. I want to leave this because I'm too full. It's not that I don't like it. The bread was perfect. It's not hard. It's not too sweet. Perfect for late night. It's 8 o'clock and I didn't sleep so well the past 2-3 nights. So I'm going to take early nights. So usually in the evening we like to drink some milk or some tea. We don't drink tea with caffeine. So this tea is really good. Oh, the tea is already cool. So let me just get some honey. Oh, excuse me. me pour this water, the tea in here. I like to make my own tea during the springtime and the summer. Here in North Sweden, or rather the whole Sweden, we have a few kind of flowers and plants where we can pick. During the springtime, around May, I like to go to the forest to pick up nettles. Nettles is very, very good. So if you guys are familiar with this, it has a lot of benefit. So what I do is I will dry them, and then I will just pack them into like sometimes you can put them between books, but it's also enough with just hanging them upside down on the ceiling or somewhere you can keep. So nettles is my favorite tea, and I really like it. So a few of you guys have seen my nettles video and asked me how I do it. So I'm going to try and do it this year. I can't promise you, because sometimes May can be a bit of problems, because sometimes it can get very wet. So when it's really wet outside, I don't like to be in the forest to pick leaves and flowers. And another one of my favorite is the dandelion. So I've also made a video on dandelions. So I'm going to share the video link into this video description, so you guys can go and check it out too. Siri is eating her food. That's why you can hear it's quack, quack, quack. Okay, guys, I don't receive so much of a comment from my previous vlog. I did ask you guys, you know, what do you think about the flickering lights in the yellow house? So I haven't got any correct answer yet, and I'm looking forward for some of you who might answer this correctly. And if you do, I would really love to reward you. I haven't thought about what I can give you, but I hope that you can send me a comment and try and guess. So if you want to be part of that guessing game, I hope you let me know what could that be. No, so far nobody got it right. So I'm really, really curious how many people can actually find out. Maybe you have to zoom in, right? My tips for you is you have to zoom in as much as you can and see what is at the window. I understand that most of you are using mobile, so it can be difficult to zoom in with a YouTube video. So what I can do, what I can suggest that you do is you take a picture, a screenshot of that what do you call it, that clips, right, using your phone, and then it becomes like a photo, right? So it's much easier if you zoom in like from a photograph. So I'm sure you can see exactly what it is, and I hope you can send in the answer, and we'll see if the first one who got it right, I'll keep you guys informed. It's getting late, so I'm going to finish up my tea and I'm going to bake soon. Oh, so I hope you guys have an idea what Fettisdagen is and how we celebrate here. It's a pity, you know, I want to show you guys how we celebrate and how many people that actually came and how successful the event was. Everybody was so happy. Everybody was so satisfied, and they even want to buy the Semla, you know. And this is something that drives me, you know. It's not so much of the money that we make today, but it's the satisfaction, and you know, you feel proud of what you do. So my 3 nights of unsleep night is definitely worth it, and I hope that I'm gonna have more success in the future. I just must learn how to take it easy and just breathe out and just enjoy it. Sometimes life is at work, especially, you know, it's like how you do it, and when you do it right, somehow you will feel like you are very clever. And I like that feeling. It's like, you know that you are right, and you know that, it's like a confirmation and affirmation for yourself. So this is my quote for you guys today, and I hope you guys have a great day. And I hope I can do more live streaming this week, and we'll see what happens. I am planning to put my live streaming, because I have a Patreon. If you guys notice on top of the left hand corner here on top, I have a Patreon page where you could show your support to my channel. I hope you go in and check it out. We don't ask for $5 donation. We just ask for at least $1 donation every month for you guys to support my channel, and so that I could see that this could be something that, I could work on in the future. And currently, I do not have so many patrons. I used to have about 15 before, but because of my lack, because I started on my new job, and because I was moving houses from my apartment to LG's, and we were like renovating this place. So I felt like my whole year from last year, I was so lacking, and I'm not, I blamed myself for lacking my patrons, because those people who support me are the people who don't really need the kind of rewards, but they merely just want to support me, because even though I didn't come up with any content, if you want to run through my playlist or my video list, you will notice that last year I was totally gone. I don't know where, how come some people were still like trying to support me. So on my Facebook, I did tell them, I said that, it is okay, it is understandable, because if I'm unable to produce, it's only right that you stop supporting me. But for me now, I'm in this stage where I don't know whether you realize, but I'm more into producing videos and content, even though I have a day job. So I think it's a matter of how I plan. And now that, my life with LG is more settled now, I know how to arrange my time from my work and from my leisure, and how I use my leisure to produce content, hopefully is beneficial for you guys. My intention is to try to create a vlog or a stories, people, to live a life that they deserve. Everybody deserves to live a better life, eat good food, eat healthy food, and to be kind to ourselves. So the purpose of my channel is actually really simple. It's nothing fussy. It's to try and just relax. And I'm struggling from a very destructive lifestyle to where I am. And I'm still learning, and I want to be even better, to feel like I am in a more peaceful state of mind. So I'm in that journey, and I hope you guys can follow me through that journey, and we can learn together as human beings, as friends. Okay? So guys, guys, if you're new here and if you like my content, I hope you can subscribe to the button up here. And I produce at least 2 to 4 videos a week, both live and also after, how do you call it, the, not ready-made, but you know, I create the video, I shoot them, and then I create them into one clips, and I post it up to YouTube. So my content is pretty straightforward, because I find that YouTube is a place where you want to learn new things and you want to be inspired, you want to listen to story, and maybe that story touches you and your heart. So I'm just a human being, and you are just a human being, and I think we can all learn from each other. And I think that is the purpose of my channel, as somebody who's an Asian living abroad at the age of 53, and just sharing my life with you guys until the day I cannot do it anymore. All right, and I hope I can do it until the day I die. And the good thing is that we do not know when, you know, we are going to be crossing over. So I just cherish every minute of my time here with you guys. Every second is so important. Life is precious. And I think many people know that, but to live with that fact that, you know, life is so precious, that everything we put into our body, it matters. So I put in a lot of effort to create like videos like garlic water, tea, of course not consider the coffee and the Irish coffee and the hot chocolate that is out. But tea, like healthy food, a very how do you call it, a healthier way of cooking. You know, you need not have to be stir-fried, deep-fried all the time. Food can still be good, you know, by just cooking it simple way. And if you don't have the ingredients, so I have ideas that, you know, you can replace the authentic flavors with something else. Okay, so time for bed. Thank you for watching, and I hope you check out my Patreon, and I hope to see you again. Bye bye, guys. Mwah.